There. You know, the proverb, a miss is as good as a mile, applies to the bronze place achievement by the Super Eagles. The national football team, the Super Eagles, first appeared at AFCON in 1963, have been at the championship match, that's the final game, 7 times, have won the Consolation bronze 8 times. To have won the top prize 3 times means we are a football powerhouse on the continent. President Bola Tinubu, the #1 fan, identifies with this modest achievement. He said we will be proud of them as they receive their hard-earned bronze medal today. Thank you, our gallant Super Eagles. Thank you, Mr. President. Mayor.
Yes, I want to. Let me make a confession.
Confess. Are you a confessor?
I didn't believe in these Super Eagles when they were going for this AFCON.
Okay.
Because I was disappointed that they did not qualify for the World Cup.
All right.
And being that excessive World Cup that we didn't qualify.
Despite being a weak group.
Yes, despite being a weak group. So I wrote off these Super Eagles. To me, if you cannot qualify for World Cup in the kind of group that we're in, how can you now go to AFCON, where you're going to meet better teams and do any? And I was pleasantly surprised because they did not only win matches. They were very good in the way they played. I've not seen the Nigerian team, the Super Eagles, play like we played in Morocco for a long time.
Oh yeah.
And with all respect, I know football.
We must not forget Eric Chell.
Eric Chell too. I'm surprised with Chell because I believe that Eric Chell is one of these Johnny men that they will bring and they will just try to share the money with him. So I never believed in him.
Yeah.
And since the man came since last year, he has not really lost any match in regulation time.
Oh yeah.
The matches that he lost were penalty kicks. So it shows that he also knows what he's doing. So I want them to keep him so that this team, they can build on the success that they achieved in Morocco.
Yeah.
The bronze medal was out because even the match that we lost against the host nation, it was on penalties. And then the penalties is anybody's game. And even the best teams in the world, it's a lottery. So they've done very well. I want to commend them. We've done very well. What we should do now is to make sure that we build on what they have done because there's a structure to that team. For the first time, there's a structure to the team and they know what they are doing so that next World Cup, we don't want story. Yeah.
BKO, it is said those who live in glass houses must not throw stones. But the football house, which is the glass house, has thrown stones, if you understand where I'm coming from.
I didn't see any stone being thrown.
No.
I can't see
football house, the football house can do more than it is doing in the build-up to the competition.
In terms of management, yes. In terms of management,
that's what I mean.
The thing is, we are sometimes the choices that we make determine how far we go or how high we can fly. Bringing some of the people who coach the national team are just not good enough. Including
who brought them?
Including Finidi George. Go and look at Eric Chell's record. Once he came in, the situation was very, very bad for us.
Bad, yes.
When he came in, but look at his record.
Oh yeah.
And compare with the record of those who were there. The Portuguese who coached the team to the last Nations Cup was extremely defensive throughout.
But
I saw, Peseiro, I saw this team attacking and attacking and attacking. We match the best at, we don't know what will happen today. But up to this time, they scored more goals than anyone.
Oh yeah.
We saw revelations. Bruno Onyemachi on the left. The left fullback. You saw the way that he played. We saw people like Osai on the right wing playing very well. Now the thing is, yes, this was Iwobi's best performance in a Nigerian shirt. Because he has now assumed the role of a leader in the team. The way he passes, one-touch passes, always seeing an opportunity.
Those killer passes.
Yes. So I was really impressed. And I think mistakes were made during the semi-final in terms of the choices of who to play the penalty kicks.
Yeah.
Many of us didn't see why someone like Lookman should not.
No, I think they're checking out themselves because
now
they shouldn't have done that. Because why do you allow?
Somebody was telling me that
was Lookman there, there was a there.
Yes. Somebody was telling me that his players are the ones who choose who to play. I said this is absolute false.
No. The
coaches know the best penalty takers in the team. And once you have the mandate of the coach, even if a player comes to beg you, if you like, you will not agree. I've seen.
You should not even agree.
Yes, you should not agree because if you then miss it, I've seen even Manchester United's captain Fernandes, when the player walked up to him, I think it was Cunha, please give me an opportunity to play this penalty. He refused because it was a difficult match and he was not going to gamble. He took it by himself and he scored. Yes, penalty is a lottery. And one of the players who scored in the previous match in the semi-final, that is Dele Bashiru. Dele Bashiru lost during the penalty kicks in the final. So anybody can miss a penalty. But I still think that the choices for that day were not good enough.
Yeah. You talk about the semi-final penalty kicks. The Moroccans elected to kick first. We elected the side. So the Moroccans scored
it's a function of the toss of the coin.
Yeah, I know. So they won. The first kick, Morocco. They scored, we scored. When the Moroccans missed the second goal, I already was saying, if we score this one, it is.
And that's why a lot of people were angry with Chukwueze.
Yes.
Because you see, at that
time, it was extremely nonchalant.
It was nonchalant.
Was it a back pass?
No, it was nonchalant.
It was nonchalant. He was chewing a gum. He did not concentrate.
You see, when you know that somebody have lost that thing, you know that the next kick is very important.
Very crucial.
Because it gives you that one goal advantage. And you should have concentrated and do things properly. But he was nonchalant. That is why people were criticizing. Not that he
played that penalty.
Anybody can miss penalty. But
he played that penalty like somebody sleepwalking.
That was not. That doesn't care. And in fact, he didn't even show any remorse when
I thought it was a back pass. But Akisoya is here. He wants to weigh in. Hello, are you there?
Yes, sir. Very good afternoon to you, sir.
Same to you. Welcome. Let's go.
Thank you so much. Let me congratulate and let me appreciate the journalist Jugunu that are on the board.
Thank you.
That is, I'm talking of Babajide Otitoloju and Meyo Akipelu.
And humble citizen Jones.
Thank you, Uncle Steven Jones.
Thank you.
Wonderfully, you've all done well.
Thank you.
I haven't said this one. Let me see about the Nigerians. Wonderfully, they've done well, and they deserve the honor they were given. It's only at the end of the day, if the effort they put in now, they did it more than this, it will be better than this. But let's wait for the another one.
Yes.
But secondly, on the national orientation, on the issue of this money or no money, the NOA is supposed to come on board and do a kind of awareness. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you too. So how do we take this home? You know, when I talked about the football house, when I talked about the football house, one,
their motivation, pay their bonuses.
You administratively
to owe coaches who are dead is not something I like.
It's not right. That's what I'm saying. So, in the NFF, we've always been saying, because part of the problems that we have is that administratively there are lapses and all that. So we should try to get our act together.
It is not out of place, BKO, to find a Nigerian as a referee in one of the matches.
You see, like in many spheres of life where we have declined, we have also declined in refereeing.
The referees, yes.
In the past,
we used to be the president of what's the name of that man now?
It's inconceivable to not have a Nigerian. You know, we had so fast.
We used to have Okubule, we used to have
Mba. You know, people, world-class referees. We had them, you know. So, but things have declined.
But now, because of our league, and what they do in our
some
league,
of the nonsense happening in the league, so they will not
okay, gentlemen,
trust us.
We have won bronze, so we wait to collect the medals today. We want the backroom boy says it's time to begin to go home, so we want to thank them, and no less so, Mayor Akipelu, many thanks for your
Thank you
intervention.
for having me.
And we must say congrats one more time to team leader, BKO. I greet you.
Thank you, Citizen Jones.
So we are done. If you missed any part of this program, not to worry. A repeat broadcast is on for 11:30 later tonight. But we'll return to normal programming from tomorrow, 5 p.m. Join us then. We are on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. On behalf of everybody, this is yours sincerely, Citizen Jones Hussein, saying bye-bye now. Take care.